See that bullshit cowboy symbol in the back, huh? I don't even watch sports. I don't know why that shit even back there. I got that unk back there though. I want to talk about this right now, right? Which is crime prevention, and what, just give y'all some different ideas on how we need to deal with the shit, because it's a new day and a new age, and we got the same damn problems we had since we've been over here, which is we ain't got no damn jobs. Well, you know, after slavery, we ain't got no jobs. We ain't got shit but some debt, which is house notes, car notes, bills and shit like that. And even if we can save up a few dollars, you know, we still don't know what to do with it. You can put your money in the bank all day. If it ain't flipping money, it ain't making no money. You still taking from it. So, at the end of the day, the number one reason from my studies, my research, and my just sitting back meditating and thinking about the shit over the years, you know, and I did a lot of that shit while I was in prison, which was 2006 through 2017. So I did a lot of research. I did a lot of just questioning and just looking at shit and reading and studying and all that shit there, trying to figure out what's the solutions. What solutions could we use to get ourselves out of this damn predicament that we in, which is crime, which is, you know, a high-ass jobless rate, you know, and other shit like that, killing, murders, you know, just crime in general. And so I understand from a perspective that most don't understand from, because I understand from the criminal level. You feel what I'm saying? I was a criminal most of my life, you know, my young life before I went to prison. You feel what I'm saying? So I was the one that was doing a lot of perpetrating some shit. I ain't gonna say no sinister shit, but yeah, I did a lot of shit, you know. Regardless of the fact, I did all that shit because I was hustling. You know, that's called hustling where we from. You know, to be a hustler, you got to go out there and get that bag. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess America don't understand that. America don't understand that when you 13, 14, 15 years old, you start having a need for money. You start having a need for, you know, for even if it's for some candy, you know, you start having a need. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get 17, 18, if you're not bringing money into their house, then you consider a bomb or some shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? You know, because everybody got to pull their load. Everybody around this bitch suffering, you know. So what you gonna do? 16, 17, 15, you can't go get a legal job. You feel what I'm saying? I even remember back when we was kids, they used to have a lot of school jobs. They don't have that no more. So what we gonna do? What we haven't been doing is employing ourselves. We've been looking outside of ourselves to get other people to employ us who don't like us. And every turn they show us and tell us that they don't like us, you know, and through their policies, you know, through their laws, you know, through the way they administer this shit, they showing that they don't like you. So you gonna sit back and just keep taking this shit, or you gonna change the perspective? You're gonna change the outcome. How do you change the outcome? If you never realize you sick, you never go to the doctor. You never take the medicine. You never do shit. You just sit there and suffer. You feel what I'm saying? So the first thing we need to realize is that we sick, that we messed up. We not moving forward. I mean, we surviving. We on some day-to-day time. Yeah, we doing that quite well. But we not moving forward. We not progressing. The jobless rate is higher now than it was with slavery. Well, I ain't gonna say slavery was around, but when it ended. So that means that the same shit that these civil rights dudes fought for, that shit ain't really work. We know, we just integrated and stopped, you know, having our own businesses and stuff like that, and moving and operating and functioning within that economic base to their economic base. So all our money now is going out to communities and heading into their communities. What we getting for it? We ain't getting shit for it, because first of all, to spend the money, you have to vote. You see? You have to vote on how we spend this money, you know? Since niggas don't vote, niggas is actively not participating in how their money gets spent, which is tax money. So tax money Everything we spend, everything we buy, everything we own gets taxed. The house, the car, everything. So if we not spending, if we don't care where our tax money going, then that's one of our great problems, because we could take a certain amount of money which are already allocated to different shit. You could take from that pot and put in another pot. You could pay yourself reparations if you voted it in, but niggas is so programmed that they don't need to vote. Well, why come the white folks are programmed that they do need to vote? They programmed they do need to vote because they know that whoever voting is the ones who controlling the money. They controlling the contracts. So all these streets, roads, bridges, houses and shit you seeing getting built, those contracts are coming through these people. Even if it's private contracts, you still have to get a contractor to build it. You feel what I'm saying? Even if the city want to get a building built, they got to go to a private contractor. Where are the private black contractors at? We ain't going to school for that type of shit. We going to school for all kind of other crazy shit. We not going to school to build nothing. We not creating nothing. We not building cars. We not building we not even really making clothes. I'm talking about on a mass level, on a mass black level. We not doing nothing but eating, sleeping, shitting, and reproducing, and that's about it. So we sustaining our lives and the future generation, but we not actually giving the future generations nothing. The Jews, a part of their culture is to put a $250,000 life insurance policy on everybody in their family. So if somebody dies, it's a bad thing, but we still build from that. You feel what I'm saying? We got $250,000 now. This kid, if it's only one, you feel what I'm saying? So what we have to do is understand the economics of this shit. The economics is this. In order for it to be a top, it got to be a bottom. Everybody can't be on the top. Some got to be on the bottom. Who gonna be on the bottom? Who gonna be on the top? See, that's politics right there. Politics decide where all this money go, so it decides what communities get affected by this money. If you ain't getting them contracts in your communities, your community not looking up. It's not rising, it's falling, it's fucked up. Like the communities you see right here now. It's fucked up. It ain't prospering, But if we took tax money, got us some trades together, got us some schools together, say we gonna take this money and put it towards these schools to fund everybody in the city. I don't give a fuck if you 8 or 9 years old. You can go back to school and become an electrician for free. Or pay the little fee, maybe $100, $200 fee or something, get into school, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a trade for electrician. Well, next year, you should be able to go back to school and get a trade for plumbing or welding or whatever the hell you want to do. We can fund that ourselves. We don't need them telling us this. But since we not going to them with these type of issues, they don't hear that shit. They ain't trying to hear it. It's not none of their business. Their business is to take care of them and their community. You're not a part of their community, so they're not taking care of you. Period. Point blank. So therefore, why niggas run around here with this don't vote campaign, fuck the vote campaign, just understand who's suffering from that. You suffering, your kids suffering, your grandkids gonna suffer. Because at the end of the day, if you ain't voting, you ain't got no word. You ain't saying shit. Politicians only respond to voters. Since the black community is known to not be voters in a group block, in a community-based system or organization, then they don't give a fuck about your votes because you don't. So if you don't care, you don't complain, you don't raise hell about the situation that you going through and your kids, they gonna wind up in the same position you in, which is on the bottom, ain't got no hope. $2,500 a week doing this roof. You ain't bringing in $2,500 a week laying this concrete, doing this brick work. You ain't bringing no money in. So at the end of the day, you broke, but you still finna go spend all your money on Christmas. You feel me? So you gonna still be broke. Who benefit from Christmas? You ain't got no business, so you ain't benefiting. The church benefiting. The church is a business. The church is a business. They're not in the business of losing money or giving money away. They're in the business of making money, through the word of God. And that's fine and dandy. But if we don't get here, kids in some livable trades. I'm not talking about no nursing is good and all that stuff there, that's good. You know, we need nurses and doctors and lawyers and all that there. But if you ain't getting yourself together as far as building, then your community gonna stay looking fucked up because you ain't building them and fixing them back up. You know, you don't have no knowledge on or no insight on how this shit actually is working out here. You know, we ain't building no jobs. We not creating any jobs. We want all these people to come and create jobs for us so we can work. But at the end of the day, your goal should be to create your own job because that gives you financial prosperity or whatever you want to call it. You know, you're able to prosper due to your finances off your own business, you know. So all these people around here with all these thousands and thousands of dollars, you finna go spend all these thousands of dollars, tax season I'm talking about, with somebody who don't like you, who don't look like you, who don't give a fuck about you, ain't gonna give you 5 cents off of none of the purchase unless you just happen to be a nickel short. They might let you go with it, you know. So at the end of the day, you have to figure out how you gonna get yourself out that position, that situation, up under the slave master, which is your boss man. Your boss is a slave master. He don't show up unless some shit going to hell. And for a lot of them do that, they gonna shut that bitch down before the losses get too high, so they can still have some money left over. You feel what I'm saying? So if you not out here trying to figure out how to get you a clothing store, a shoe store, or this store, or that store, because you're getting $2,500 a month, because you got a trade, you building shit. You feel what I'm saying? So now you got money to go and invest into shit. You know, everybody want to wear Michael Jordans and shit. Go take you about 25, 30 grand. You know, if you driving an 18-wheeler, you should be able to save half of that money if you ain't all into this human shit, which is clothes and shoes and cars and houses and all the bullshit you can't take with you. You know, you can't leave it for your legacy. Well, you can leave it, but they gonna fuck it off. You know? So if you ain't out here building this shit, then you actually out here destroying it. So that's where the crime kick in at. Because we don't have money. We don't have jobs. You know what I'm saying? When I was in prison, everybody had to have a job. You know, during slavery, everybody had to have a job. Well, when you free, you ain't got to have a job. You know why? Because that's how crime gets created. No jobs. I'm doing something to get some money. You know, motherfucker gonna do something to get some money if they ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, jobless creates crime. But if you could work for yourself, could contract for yourself, could do all these different trades and different things for yourself, you don't need no damn job. You is the job. You the job anyway, you just don't know it. You just working the motherfucker from a slave position. You're not working it from a master position, which is a boss position. Everybody want to be a boss, but ain't nobody got no fucking businesses. But everybody else business. What she said, what she did, what he did. I don't like her, I don't like them. You know why? Because you're not doing nothing business. You're not doing nothing constructive together with these people. If all of us was out here on some constructive shit, building and networking and doing the shit that we say we all need, we would be on some quite powerful shit. But since everybody is on some me first, it's all about me and my family, I don't give a fuck about nobody else, then that's the reality. That's the reality of this shit. You know? So what black folks should do is start telling these motherfucking politicians, showing up at these meetings and telling them what the fuck, you know? How your son went to jail, you know, because you could control him because you couldn't discipline him from a youth, you know. Then as he got older, you really couldn't discipline him because he'll call the police on you. And so now, you know, ain't nothing you can do with him, ain't nothing you can tell him. So at the end of the day, now, shit, he out of control. You feel what I'm saying? Who gonna put him back in control? Money. If he go to jail, he in jail, and the feds, it was like $30,000 a year per inmate. It's only $5,000 a year per inmate. I mean, per trade. So you're going to spend $30,000 per inmate, but you can't spend $5,000 to get this person to trade before they become an inmate. You see what I'm saying? So this shit is really orchestrated to be exactly what it is. You know? State jail is what? $22 a day? You feel what I'm saying? So it's all about money. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if I'm out here on the streets and I'm making money myself, working for myself, or working with some people who, you know, we got the same, you know, intention, you know, which is prosperity, which is, you know, going to the next level, which is financial security. You feel what I'm saying? Now we don't have to be out here breaking the law. We not out here because we got to get up in the morning and go to fucking work. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, we creating this reality by feeding into the crime belief. You know, I believe, you know, we got all these murders. I believe crime is rising because you're watching TV all day. You know, you're watching the news all day. Your whole reality is focused on it. Your whole life is focused on crime because you're a part of that crime. Even just sitting back watching the show is actually participating in that crime because you're not telling these people nothing. You're not doing these people nothing. You're not showing them how to get from up under this crime or a piece of that. So I blame everybody, including myself, including the government, for creating this shit we in. Because I didn't know no better. But then when I learned better, hell, it ain't nothing I could do because don't nobody else know no better but seem like me. You know, and a few more people, you know, like-minded individuals. But you have to sit back and think, what the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with us? Why are we acting like this? Why is our reality based like this? You feel what I'm saying? So until we do that, till we check ourselves, we're going to continue to do this shit. We're going to continue to go to work every day for $10 while the whole while this man making $10,000 a day. You know? But you're only getting $10 an hour, $80 a day, $100 a day. What you going to get with that? Even if it's $200 a day, even if it's $500 a day, it ain't yours. You should be running that damn organization and bringing your kids up through that organization so they can run that organization so they won't be in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? But since everybody, you know, go to work, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, that's the reality. So now the reality is, it's all some bullshit. It all sucks. Nobody who looks like me or you is advancing to the next level, you know, almost nobody. And so that's where we find ourselves. I don't have a lot of time. I get with y'all next time. Ashe.